guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a video on Focallure makeup. So they actually reached out to me about a month ago and I had never heard of the brand, and I watched a bunch of YouTube videos and tutorials and all of that just to see if it was something that I did want to try out and put on my channel. And I saw a lot of really great reviews, and it's such an affordable brand that I was like, I really want to try this out. If I like it, like it's a good affordable option for you guys. So they did send me products for free. This video is not sponsored, but I did receive the products for free to give my thoughts, my review on the products and everything like that. And I believe that they're giving a discount code for this video for my audience to use. I will put that in the description box down below and also up on the screen right now. I don't make any kickback from that, but it is a discount code for you guys to use. And like I said, a lot of these products are affordable already, so I'm really excited to see how these perform. I like played a little bit with them, but I haven't done like a full blown review or like try yet. So I'm excited to get into this. I'm gonna try my best to kind of create a like fun look and just use most of the products as I can and all of that. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I already did my face makeup. I do have a highlighter palette from them though, so I don't have highlighter on right now, but I will be applying that. But other than that, it's eye stuff, lip stuff, brows, liner, all of that. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Comment down below any other brands that maybe you want me to try, and I think that's kind of it. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so my fireplace is a little bit wonky, so it's gonna keep shutting off and back on in the background, but it's a little bit more gloomy today in Denver, and I didn't know where I wanted to film this video, so I'm literally just sitting in my living room right now because I have all these open windows right in front of me, and I just don't like using a ring light really. I feel like it just looks super like artificial, and I don't have like studio lighting like these beauty gurus, so I just figured natural light would be best. So let's start with the eyes. They gave me an option on like products to pick. So I picked the Endless Possibilities palette. So it looks like this on the outside. On the inside, it's a really pretty color story. So as you can see, we have a lot of neutrals. We have some pinks, we have some blues, some purple. Like, it's a really versatile palette, and this does kind of remind me of the Jaclyn Hill palette, which I really do like as well. I don't really know what look I'm going to create with this, but I kind of want to create something a little bit fun with this. But it does also have a mirror, and I believe that this retails for $20, $19.99. That's what it says on the site. So this is what I'm going to be going in with on my eyes. I'm going to just be using Morphe brushes for the most part. I just have a bunch of Morphe brushes here, and I'll try to kind of talk you through like what I'm using, but for the most part it's all Morphe brushes. So I'm gonna go ahead with the M441 brush, which is just this like nice little fluffy eyeshadow brush. It's a little bit stained, but I don't think that should be a problem. I think I am actually gonna go in with like a pinkish orangey blue look. That sounds crazy, but I think I can create a little something nice with that. So I'm actually gonna go in first with Cherry Pop, which is this kind of like orangey color. So it's definitely very, very pigmented. I have a lot of pigment on my brush, and I just kind of like barely tapped it in there. So I'm just gonna apply this to my crease and a little bit above. This is kind of gonna be my transition shade. It's a little bit bright, but that's kind of the gist. Oh wow, she's super pigmented. Wow, this shadow's crazy. Oh my god, maybe I should have picked a lighter one to go in with first. So I'm just kind of applying this everywhere. I'm being a little bit sloppy with this because this is like the very first color that I'm using. But wow, that was what, like, I just tapped lightly twice and that coated my whole eye, and very pigmented. And I love that this palette obviously has neutrals and colors, but it also has a good variety of mattes and like satin shimmers, which I really, really like as well. It's kind of just a nice all-in-one, like good. It's a little bit, it's not big, but it's good to travel with. It's a little bit on the bigger side for a travel palette, but it has everything that you would need for sure. Okay, wow, so first color is down. I'm super impressed by the pigment, honestly. I think I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of Plum Baby, which is kind of like this reddish maroon. I'm just gonna keep using the same brush for the most part for building these shadows. And I'm gonna take this in the same spot, but a little bit closer to my crease, not bringing it up as much, kind of just focusing it a bit more, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension and just darken up the crease a little bit. So now I'm gonna go in with a brown and just kind of like put that a lot more on the outer corner, just to like totally deepen up that outer edge. I think I'm gonna go in with Choco Feast, which is just this like matte brown right there. Again, I'm just gonna use the same brush. All of these shadows are working really, really well too. I'm like not having too much trouble blending them. They're all performing really well. And I'm just gonna bring it under the waterline a little. Okay, whoa. So I think I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit with concealer, cut my crease, and then I'm gonna be adding, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of Nebula and a little bit of Mermaid Tears, which are these two shimmers right here. I don't know how this color story is gonna go, but I feel like it could be okay, but oh my god, the reds and the oranges are so bright and pigmented. I'm actually kind of shook. So I'm gonna just clean everything up a little bit, add my cut crease off camera, and then come back and just apply the shimmers. So I'm like really, really happy with how this look is turning out. I don't know if the blue is gonna ruin it, but I really want to try those shimmery blues. So I would apply with my finger, but my nails are a little bit too long to get like deep. I'm just gonna swatch these with my finger super quick. Holy crap. Juice. Here are the two. That's crazy. They look really, really nice. And they swatch super nice. And that was with my finger. So let's see how, let's see how they apply with the brush. So I'm actually gonna wet my brush. I feel like shimmers apply super nicely with a nice wet brush. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of setting spray on the same brush that I did to cut my crease. And I'm gonna dip into Nebula, which is the darker blue, and I'm gonna start applying that on the outer corner and see how bright it is. And then if I need it to be super bright, I will go with Mermaid Tears, but I don't know. Let's see. With a wet brush. I think I do want to go a little bit brighter though, so I am going to dip now into Mermaid Tears, and let's see how that goes. And I'm just using the other side of the brush. Oh yeah, that's what we want. So that applied super nicely. I do have a little bit of fallout, but I did pack the brush pretty well, so I feel like I had a little bit of extra on there. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so I did add the blue to the inner corner, but I think I want to take that off and add like a bright, normal kind of like champagne-y color to the inner corner and also my brow bone. But this came out like really well. The shimmers performed super well, the mattes performed super well, and I am really happy with it. This looks a little crazy, but I did kind of want to see how like different colors performed, so I feel like this turned out pretty fun and pretty nice. I'm just gonna kind of go ahead, clean up everything, make sure all the lines are still there, and come back to you to apply some liner, brows, and lashes. Okay, so here is the eye look. My camera is at 12%, so I'm definitely gonna have to like leave, come back, but I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner, my brows, and put on lashes. So I did get a brow, so these are my natural brows, so I usually don't really do anything to them, but I have noticed that sometimes they look a little bit light. They sent me this brow pencil. I've never really used brow products, so I'm not sure on like the standard of brow products. It comes with a like flat tip pencil, and then it also comes with the little spoolie on the other end, which I really like because I do use spoolies. but I usually never put brow products, but they look like they match right now. But usually if I'm like taking pictures or something, like my brows look a lot lighter for some reason, and I really don't know why. I also feel like sometimes I get powder on them, and just using a spoolie doesn't really like get it off. So like I said, I don't use brow products, so I don't know the standard of brow products. This pencil is a little bit like dry and stiff, so I'm not sure like what the normal is, but that's going to be the brow pencil line right there. I don't know what shade I got. I think I got like a dark brown. Basically, I just kind of like add it into my brows. I don't do it to shape anything, so again, I'm not sure like what brow products are best for that, but I do really like the color that this gives. I've really been liking how this has been working for me, and again, I'm very low maintenance with my brows. This works really well for me. It just adds a little something, and then I just go in with the spoolie and I try to smooth everything out, but it does the job for me. So if you're someone who just needs like a little bit of filling, I definitely think this is a good product for that. On the site it says it's $3.99, which is a great price for what it is. So like I said, if you're someone who has to like draw your full brow, I don't think this would be the best product, but I do think that if you're just someone who has to fill it in a little bit, this is a really good product because it's not harsh. Like I said, it's kind of like a hard, dry pencil, so it doesn't give that much product off, which I personally kind of prefer. So anyways, that's just the brows. I don't even know if you guys can see a difference, but for me, I just noticed it deepens them up a little bit and just kind of like makes the color all even. Then we're gonna go in with liner. I use this liner because I needed to test it out. I use Sephora brand liquid liner, and that's the only one I can use. It's more of it's not a felt tip brush, it's like a straight up skinny brush. So I usually have a really hard time with felt tip liners. So this liner is, like I said, felt tip. It's just black, and it honestly draws really, really nicely. So that is the liquid liner right there. I just made a really messy swatch, but basically I'm gonna do a small wing. I typically wouldn't do a wing with this look. I feel like just adding lashes would be enough, but I'm going to do a wing because I want to test this out on camera. But I used it before, and usually I have a really hard time with like felt tip liners like dragging, and I'm not able to make a really nice line. And I don't know if I'm just used to the other brush that I use, but I had a really good time using this when I tried it out. So this eyeliner pen is, I believe, the super fine liquid eyeliner, and it's $5.99. So it's definitely a good felt tip liner. I haven't really been able to find one that I personally have success with, but basically how I usually do my liner is I line the lash line right on the lash line, just follow that. Then I go out with the wing, and then I bring it back in, kind of like creating an outline, and then I just fill in the rest of it. So I'm gonna try to show it to you guys on camera. I don't know how good I'll be able to like actually show you guys, but that's the method that I use. So hopefully just that is helpful. But and it's such a thin line that it creates. It's actually so create that line like that, and then I bring it back in and fill it in. So there's the wing. I feel like it's a little bit thick. I didn't mean to make it that thick, but it performs really well. And like I said, I have not been able to get a wing with a felt tip liner before, but this I feel like I can actually create a nice little wing with. So I like this eyeliner. I don't know. It worked well for me, and I usually do not have luck with felt tips. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye, put my lashes on, and throw this camera on the charger because now it's at 3%. So gonna just finish that up, and then I will be back to do my highlighter and my lips. Okay, we are back and we are lashed up. Lashes, complete looks, especially with a crazy eye look. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my face now. I'm gonna be using the Superstar highlighter palette, and I'm actually out of highlighter. I don't have any. I've been using eyeshadow for highlighter, so this is perfect. This I believe retails at $14.99, which is good for 4 highlighter shades in my opinion. So we are going to go ahead, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Hopefully it's not too dark. We'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna be using this one. I am going to wet my brush just because I feel like highlighters perform so much better with a wet brush. So I'm just going to be using the Morphe M501. I just kind of like using a little bit smaller of a brush. Oh You guys see that? Woo! Okay, definitely a pigmented highlight. Ooh, I like that a lot. Okay. Oh my goodness. And I go overboard with the highlight. I can't help it. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Ooh. So the highlighter palette definitely works really nicely. We got some pigment. So I picked out these shades and I think I made a mistake. So I got 3 lip colors. I got a deep apricot, copper rose, and chestnut. As you can tell, this one is not looking like a very good lip shade for me. This one I think is gonna be pretty good, and then this one's gonna be a little bit more pinky. So I'll just go ahead and like swatch them for you guys. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not even gonna try this one. I'm gonna put this one in the center of my lips just to like lighten up whatever lip color I do use. But here we go. So I think Copper Rose is definitely going to be my vibe. That's going to be the middle one right there. I kind of like a more like dark nude, almost on the brown side. Here are the 3 swatches. I don't know how to swatch lip products, so there's that. And I'm just gonna go in with a Kylie lip liner. I'm gonna use Dolce K. Lips are lined. I think I'm gonna go in with the middle one, which was Copper Rose, kind of like this brownish color. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of deep apricot on the middle, because that is definitely too light for my full lip. Yeah, this shade is really nice for me. This is kind of like the vibe I like to go for. Probably with this crazy eye look, I would want to just kind of do even more of a nude lip, but not as nude as deep apricot. It goes on really nicely. I do think this color is really nice, but again, probably with a more neutral eye. But that color is definitely something I would use quite a bit. It's drying down pretty quickly as well, and definitely gonna be a drying formula. I wear matte lip all the time, so I'm pretty used to like a drying formula. So it might bother you if you're not used to mattes or you don't like that dryness, but I feel like this is definitely a little bit on the drier side because it is a matte, but it's drying down nice, evenly, looks good as of now. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit of deep apricot to the centers. Yeah, like, look how light that is. That definitely would not work on me for my whole lip. So I'm just gonna kind of go in with my finger and pat it down. So it just brightens up a little bit of the center. It actually came out to a really, really nice look. I actually feel like it brightened them up like the perfect amount, and I actually I like this combo. I actually forgot I even had this, but we have a sun-kissed body oil. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like apply it like right here and kind of just see how pigmented it is and how it shines. The packaging is really nice. It's like this glass bottle. I really like the like fonts that they picked too. I feel like that's like really pretty. So anyways, let's just see. I don't know like how I'm supposed to do this. I'm just gonna use this Morphe foundation brush to buff it in. I probably could use my fingers. My fingers are super dirty right now from like swatching and everything. So I'm just gonna put a little bit on my brush. So it's looking pretty. It's definitely very shimmery. It's not something that you apply to your full chest. It would look really pretty just like on the collarbones, but it does have a nice little shimmer to it. I don't know if you guys can, oh yes, you can see that. I feel like this is a nice little product, honestly. I feel like it's really like a pretty thing to have at the beach or at like a pool party or something like that, just to give yourself that extra like glow. I feel like I would put it like on my collarbones and then like my shoulders and stuff like that, just to kind of give myself like a
glowy glow.
So this product's nice as well. Let me check the price on this just so I can give you guys the price. Also the matte lips, I believe are $5.50 if I saw that correctly on the site. Okay, so the price on the Sun-Kissed Body Glow is $13.99, which is actually really not bad at all. I picked the lightest shade, I believe. Yeah, I picked the lightest shade. They do have 2 other shades. And this I feel like looks good on me. If I had a tan, I would probably go up 1 shade. But other than that, I feel like it's a nice little thing to have, you know? So anyways, I think that's kind of it for the full review. I was able to use all of the products that they sent to me, and I'm actually really, really happy with everything. I feel like I would definitely recommend the eyeshadow palette, and also the highlighter palette was very nice as well. The liner I really liked. The brow pencil, like I said, if you only want it for like filling in or very like minimal adjustments to your brows, I recommend it. But if you have to do like a full-on draw on, I'm not sure how that would work. Also because I just am not personally experienced with that. And the lips I do like, but I do think that they are a drying formula, so they may not be for everyone. Definitely keep that in mind if you are someone who doesn't like drying lips. But hello. Hi. Okay, so yeah, overall, I had a really good experience with Focallure for my first time, and they have so many products, like so many, so I would definitely recommend trying them out if you're interested, if you're in the market for some new makeup. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this final look. It's a little much. I gotta go grocery shopping now. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.